But listen, man, everything's going good. I mean, listen, PROD 10.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about this on the Experience show, and I think besides Michael Jordan, you're the only person on Nike with 10 shoes?
No, there's more than that.
Who?
This guy by the name of Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Guy by the name of LeBron James.
Okay. Okay.
Kevin Durant.
They've all had more than 10 shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We couldn't think of it. Even Steve's was
He's in
a
the
little
tank club.
stumped.
Yeah.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of skaters with multiple shoes, has there?
No. Only Costin, I think, is the only other one with more than one.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, Nigel has two now.
Rob Diedrich. Yeah.
No, but on Nike.
Nike.
Oh, Nike.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Not even Costin's up to 10, though.
Costin has two. Nigel has two.
No, Costin has 3.
Oh.
Yep.
Kelly, you.
On Nike? There was a Costin 3?
He had the Costin 1, he had the Costin 2, and the Costin 3. The second one was a golf-looking type shoe.
Yeah. And the sock.
And the third one was a sock.
one,
And the first one was like it was really good to skate. Like
Then he had that Jordan SB.
Yeah, but then I could have said I have 20-something shoes if I start breaking it down to like the 0.5 version, the bulk version, the rest and recovery version. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, okay. So Eric had 3. Okay. No, that's great.
20. Let's just call it what it is.
I mean,
let's just spit. No,
But listen, let's talk about the shoe first, because I love it, and I love that they took inspiration from every single shoe that you had. Was that like was that a your call or their call or kind of a collaborative? Like, how did that even come about?
I will take the credit for for the concept.
Gotcha.
I can't take the credit for the finished product for sure. But we were having, our usual meetings of like, okay, so it's time to do another project, another dunk. They always start with like, what are you into? What are your hobbies? What do you like? And I was kind of like, I don't know. I like
sitting in my jacuzzi.
same things. I like like
Smoking cigars.
I like skating.
I like skating, cigars, my jacuzzi. Yeah. TV's cool.
Sure.
Like
I like Botched. It's a good show.
Yeah. And so like we were like, we had done the boxing inspired dunk the year before.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of boxing. We tied in the Mexican colors and stuff like that. So we were just talking, and I forget what the concept was, but we actually were in this meeting for about, I don't know, it was a Zoom meeting, of course. About probably, I don't know, almost all the way through the whole meeting, like, I don't know, 45 minutes, hour in. And we had been talking about this one particular concept, like, oh, I think this might be the one, and let's stick with this one. I can't even remember what it was.
Sure.
And then towards the end, I'm sitting in my little office, my little man cave area, and I'm just looking around. I got, different memorabilia from my career, different things from, throughout the time. I'm just looking around. I don't know, it just hits me. I'm like, wait a minute. What about, like, how we did the dunk? Like, what about what the PROD, where it's like, I have 10 shoes. Like, how do we, like, why don't we take that concept? Because it was a popular concept for the dunks. It went off. And I was like, what about, it's a dunk with all my shoes. And everybody on the Zoom was like, that's it. Like, that's it. That's gonna be it. Like,
right.
Boom.
Wow.
You got 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Both shoes.
Yeah. Immediately from there, I like literally took I don't know how to use a computer or illustrations, do illustrations on the computer or anything. So I hand drew like a sample on our next Zoom meeting. I was like, here's my drawing. Here's what I was thinking. This is the kind of the idea. I took a little photo of my iPhone. I like emailed it to them. And then the actual shoe designers went in and like actually said, no. Here's what we're doing. Let's do this right.
Yeah.
So,
you keep your little drawing.
yeah.
Was that like, how many times did you go through that process of like the colorways on each shoe?
Really, once we got the concept, and I did my little pencil drawing. There was no even colors, not even color. I was doing it from all the general release PRODs. So I would just take a bit from this one of the general release, and just kind of just so they can see what I was thinking. And then that was the only one that I did. And then the next time I saw it was a computer version of what we're looking at here.
Oh.
Like they did that first try just like that?
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
They were like, what do you think of this? I was like, boom. Wow. Love it. Like, wow.
Wow.
I didn't even think about like incorporating all the other ones that we had done with different artists and designers. Like, I was like, whoa, I was just thinking of the regular release ones,
Right.
And they did that, and then they gave me the first samples that I had, and I was like, it was just like, whoa, it like popped, you know? And from there, all we had to do was just like fine tune the material, because some of the materials Nike for some reason didn't make anymore, so they had to like go back and try to like recreate certain material, like the Mexican blanket one. When on the first sample that I have, it was like a nylon material. It was like plasticky nylon, kind of just for the sample. And they're like, yeah, we didn't have the actual material still, so they went back and they figured it out. I actually don't know what they did to go figure out how to make this, kind of recreate this material from what the original shoe was like. A couple things, but it was pretty much, when it was a drawing, it was this same shoe.
Gotcha.
And then we had the sample, and they just had to fine tune a couple things on the sample, but nothing really changed majorly after that. So it was pretty quick.
I've never held a pair, man. Ooh, I'm getting the PROD vibe right now, man. Hey.
This is weird sounding. There's one shoe. Do you like one shoe more than the other?
For sure.
One skate better?
For sure. Obviously, the left one, in my mind. That one. The colors, everything come together. But the way I describe this shoe is like, it's not meant to look good. You know, the story is what sells it, you know, because it means so much. Yeah. So I liken it to like a dog that is so ugly that it ends up being cute. You know what I mean? You know, like a pet, you know that? You have a pet that's so ugly, but it's so cute.
Oh my God.
Eyes are bulging.
Those are my favorite dogs on Instagram.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I look at these shoes. It's like, they're not meant to be like, yo, they're dope. Like when I see comments, people are like, yo, those shoes are trash. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand the story of why they're like, the real thing about these shoes, it's really like it that is my whole career in one place.
Sure.
So like lots of different trips had to happen, lots of different slams had to take place, lots of ups, lots of downs, lots of highs, lots of lows type things. So like, without all that life experience, that shoe could not even exist.
Absolutely. That's true. Yeah, people on the internet, they don't know. They just see something and they throw up on their keyboard.
Sure.
They don't know. They don't research or do anything.
No,
right?
and I don't take offense to it, but it's like, that's just, to me, like, that's my life's work in one, you know. And
amazing, bro.
Yeah. So
congrats, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations, bro. Yeah, I was saying, I was waiting for the UPS man.
He said it's DJ Khaled instead, actually.
I think Jimmy Fallon got yours.
Jimmy Fallon got, and then I see the truck go by, and I saunter back up into my living room.
You might want to look into it, though, because sometimes those UPS drivers can swipe some things, you know, like they have, you know, they can be, you know, sneakerheads and like low key.
They
like
might have a lot of my stuff then. Yeah. I'm still waiting on a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of things, bro.
I'm just saying, you might want to like, you know, report to their.
Yeah, but Nike's got to be better about stop putting that big ass sticker that says just do it on it. Like, those are definitely some shoes in there.
Yeah.
They know exactly what it's in most of those boxes, I feel like.
True.
Like, I remember I had a computer delivered, like, oh, you got a new laptop? I'm like, yeah. Like,
the dude said that to you?
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah, like the more like OG they are, they can tell just by the weight of it. Like,
totally.
Like,
oh yeah.
I bet they're really good at guessing Christmas presents from family members. Like,
you got a MacBook Air, huh? MacBook Air. No, congrats though, man. It's incredible, man.
You.
What a feat.
Nice.
It's such a feat, bro.
Like
how much does retail for? Like,
I think they went for $150.
$150. Okay. What are these on the the websites now?
I'm not so sure.
No,
I don't know.
Okay. Kelly, do you know any? Do you have access to any of that stuff? No.
I look. Their shits are like $650 right now.
$650. Okay. Like wow. Crazy.
Yeah.
You have to always just get an idea. Right, just to see.
I've been noticing like it's well, actually I don't know. I'm just changing the subject kind of, but like a lot of people they're so mad at me, like as if I control how many got made, as if I control the distribution, as if I control like what the plan is. Like the only thing I can control is the concept, right? Like you know, I see so many people that get so mad, like how come you don't make it for real skaters who support you, which I get it. Trust me.
You made 10
Nike would have let me make a shoe a general release shoe for everybody, I would love to do that. But that wasn't an option for me. The option was like, we're doing a dunk. It's going to be a special dunk, quick strike. So I worked within those confines.
Like you said, it's special. It's more of like almost like a trophy.
It's a collectible.
You know, it's like a something you keep. You know.
Yeah.
Dunks this past year have just like resurged like no other. Like I mean, I haven't seen it like this.
I know, right?
Quite some time.
Yeah.
Right. But I understand what they're saying though, because like Raj is right though. It's like, you know, you had 9 other shoes that are you made for skateboarding.
10 others.
You know, 10 others. Oh, this is the 11th.
No, this is just all of them together.
Yeah.
It's a quick strike.
Wait
Dude, I looked online. This one on StockX is $931.
What size is it?
Don't know.
I don't know anything about the shoe game, Paul. I don't know. I don't know the stock.
To be honest, I don't know too much about the actual shoe game. You know, I just happen to be with Nike, you know, so that like by default puts me into it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And you get your shoes for free, so you're not looking to buy anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get all the nice little, Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, they send me.
But he skates for SB, so that falls under the umbrella. Like it's not, you know.
Yeah.
He can get, I'm sure, a lot of other extra things like Jordan and all that shit. But I'm sure of course they're going to send him the special SBs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course.
I want to ask about the seating list that you put out because that was amazing seating list.
Thank you.
I love that everyone was posting it too. But like, did you just sit down one day and be like, I want all these people?
So I will say, the marketing plan, you know, was a lot of it was myself and Spanish Mike.
Okay.
Like we had the plan, and then towards after the first phase, the execution of the plan was a lot of it was also Alan Hannon and Oliver Barton over at Primitive.
Gotcha.
They really put together like a strategic, scheduled posting and planning session. But Mike and I were working on like the video piece. We were working on the seating list like months ahead.
Gotcha.
And we came up with the seating list in the jacuzzi. Of course. We were sitting there talking, and we were just I was on my phone writing it down. He's like, you know how Mike is. Bro, you got to get it down. Oh, we'll get it to him. Oh, bro, I already know how it's going to go. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know.
You can't even relax in a jacuzzi.
No,
It's like hyper strong.
Bro, here we go. It's gonna. And so, like, we ended up pretty much getting the shoes to every single person on the list. Like some I mean, and there's some of them are just people I looked up to that I'm a fan of that nobody I asked to post, by the way. So whoever posted just did it on their own and like cool. Yeah. But I would never ask some of these people. I would be too nervous to even talk to in person, you know, like we got a pair to Drake, we got a pair to like some people. So like
Wheezy.
Yeah. Wayne, he was super cool. He was like, just come to the studio.
Oh, yeah, because that was a personal drop off, right?
Yeah, he just came personally. He was in the studio, bro. That was like at 8 a.m.
Damn.
Yeah. That was like 8 a.m. But he had been there since like midnight the night before. You know what I mean? Like,
that's how he works.
Yeah, we like Mike was like, yo, Wayne said we can come to the studio. You wanna bring him the shoes? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, he'll be there at like midnight, 1 o'clock tonight. I was like, oh. He's like, but he said he'll be there till like tomorrow afternoon. I was like, all right, cool. Let's go in the morning. Well, you don't want to go tonight? I'm like, Mike, dude, like I got shit to do tomorrow. Like, I gotta work out in the morning. I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, how about we just get up early if he's still gonna be there, and we just go. We get a night's sleep. We get up, and then we go take him. So that was kind of cool. Like he's in there in the studio, and what was cool about that one is like, I don't know, my vision of like, you know, artists in a studio is like, you know, a bunch of people around, just like people just hanging out, the artist doing his thing, a bunch of different producers, and just kind of, it was literally him and what I assume was the engineer, just two people in there.
Yeah.
We walk in, it's them two only. Amazing. Nobody in there, like
no distractions that way.
Yeah, we walk in.
He's already
and
past
he's just
that.
standing, and he's just standing there doing this. Like, and there was a beat playing, and he was just standing there doing it. I was like, wow.
He's working it out in his head.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow. He walked in. I'm like, hope we're not interrupting. Like, and he's like, oh, come on in. Like, and yeah, he was just doing the like shaking of the head and just going to the beat. Like, whoa. And so it was cool. And we only stayed like 15 minutes. We sat, we talked to him for a few minutes, and then it was just like, all right, man, we'll let you get back to work.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. So I didn't want to, I don't want to throw off the flow. So that was really cool experience. Like, you know, imagine if back in the day your parents told you like, yeah, I was in the studio with Jimi Hendrix. Yeah. When he recorded, you know, name a song.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, imagine if you got to be in there and Wayne was just like, I was in the studio for that one. Oh my God. Like,
I always trip out on those people because you always hear about like their hits.
Yeah.
That they wrote them in like 10 minutes.
Sometimes,
you know? And you're like, whoa, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Lil Wayne's like one of the only besides Jay-Z where he just spits and he don't write shit down. So it's like, wow.
And like sometimes like the coolest part or the most interesting part when I asked him, I was like, how's the session going? He's like, it's going great. I ain't putting nothing down yet, but it's going great. So if he had been there since 1 in the morning the night before, that means he must have just been listening to beats for 8 hours straight.
Trying to get inspired.
Just
and concepting that song.
Well, I can only guess that's what he was doing.
I'm sure like every beat like leads to something different, you know?
For sure.
But like that shows the work ethic. It's like when you're trying to get a trick and you just try over and over, or you're like have hopes of going out and filming, like say it's a weekend and you're like, let's go check this spot. Nah, I don't like it. Next spot. Nah, I don't like it. Like people don't see the work that goes into that, like where it's like, yeah, you see the finished product, but you don't see like the process of like, you pull up to this spot, I don't like this, the ground or way ground, this spot's not for me. And then finally there's one that hits and boom, you get the clip. But they don't know what.
Or you're on a dry spell for a week or two. You're not getting any clips. No matter how hard you try.
And it's just like certain processes you can't just force. You know? You can't just...
Especially creative.
No, you can't just be like, it's going to be done at this moment.
When it's done.
Yeah. So I found that really fascinating. Like just
you didn't try to get a track? I would have tried to jump in there.
I was
gonna thrown it out there.
I told him like, yo, if you know, if you need me to get on the hook or anything,
for sure,
I'd be happy to.
He's
so
like,
he said he was gonna get back to me.
Okay, for sure. That's all you could ask.
Yeah,
that's all you could ask. You know what I'm saying?
How'd it feel to like? You look at your phone like Jimmy Fallon posted it. You're like, holy shit!
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
bro.
That one was cool because he was the last one on the list, and I didn't. Like when Mike and I were coming up with the list in the jacuzzi, like he was a name I said like I want to get it to Jimmy Fallon, right? And it was a clutch moment. It was actually I was in Portland 2 weeks ago, right before we were in Iowa. I came from Iowa from Portland, and I was with Salema Masakela.
Oh yeah,
and we were eating dinner one night, and we were talking about the seating list and who we're getting them to, and I was like, dude. I the only one I can't figure out. I wish we can get him to Jimmy Fallon, and he was like, "Easy, done."
Oh shit!
I got him online.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, you know him." He's like, "Dude, I'm good homies with Questlove." I was like, "Oh, sick!" So he put me on a group text with Questlove, and I'm just talking with Questlove. Boom. I was like, "Whoa, what's up, man? How you doing?" I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to send you and Jimmy some shoes. Like,
amazing.
Be stoked." He was like, "Easy. Like, boom. Here's our sizes. Here, send it here. Boom." Nice. And I was like, "Okay, done." Like, and we did it, and then
check.
I love that. Yeah. And I you know didn't think about it. I didn't think or expect a post, especially like a main page post.
Like a hard post.
Dude. I was asleep and I woke up and I saw on my phone I had a bunch of missed calls from Mike. And then, of course, and then,
that guy is like a shock collar on for anything that happens. He gets shocked and he knows immediately.
I open up his text. He's like, "Bro, you want to post this?" I'm like, still got the crust on my.
Sure.
Okay, I press it, and then I see the video. Like, oh my god! and then I just see like I go on DM and like a bunch of my own friends sent it to me. Did you see this? Did you see this? I was like, oh my god, this is crazy.
I love that.
Just reposted that, but like, Jimmy Fallon straight. Hard posted the kid. That was crazy.
That's sick.
That one hit different. Dude. That was cool.
I think the what would make me the most nervous is actually signing it and writing something out. Like if I fuck up. Oh my god, how am I gonna? I gotta get another box. I can't just scribble it out.
X boxes.
Yeah, like Jimmy. I spelled Jimmy.
Well,
wrong.
the thing is,
I spelled it with one M.
Jimmy was on the second wave, so I didn't even get to sign his box because we were in Portland and there was a second wave of list of a list of people that I was trying to get them to, but I was out of town, so I just had to give the Scuba the names and the sizes and mail them to them. The first round of seating list, I told Scuba to send them to me directly so I can write in them, and then I sent them out.
Right. I would have sent, hey, send extra boxes in case I fuck up.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that until I was actually doing it. Then I was like, okay. And one of them I did. I messed up on DJ Clark Kent's. Like I spelt. I said something like, thanks for always showing me love. You're the man, but I spelt it YOUR. I didn't put the apostrophe. and then I put YOU, and then I crossed it out and wrote it right, and then I put a little arrow like, excuse the typo.
Okay. You should have graded it like a teacher, like use a red, and then like put like 86.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Little
But that's the
personal touch.
only one I kind of messed up on. But I figured it might make it better.
Dude, Paul, I get nervous if I'm signing somebody's board, like out in the wild, if they find me and they have the board, because like if I mess up like I'm almost ruining their shit.
But the thing is, if you mess up your signature, no one knows but you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
To write an
that's
actual
true.
message is way more nerve wracking. I feel like.
Yeah.
Or the person can just be like, man, his signature is terrible.
Yeah, you scribble like they don't know
true.
if you messed up.
Or he could be Guy Mariano and just sign the whole thing.
Yeah.
He's got the biggest signature. It's got the biggest
He wants
signature.
to make sure you see that signature.
He's getting ups.
A funny little side note of that one. This was maybe, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. I was at Atiba's house, and he had just finished doing. I think it was when Guy did that piece for the barracks. They did that little documentary on him for the barracks some years ago.
Sure.
And I was at Atiba's house after skating one day, and he just had blank pages of Sharpies of Guy Mariano's signature, different signatures, multiple different type of ways. And I just said, yo, I'm taking these. And I got them framed at the house.
way.
On the wall, yeah.
Oh,
So I got just
shit.
like a little Sharpie, just a blank piece of paper Sharpie of multiple Guy Mariano.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was like, yoink, I'm taking that.
What I love is like, listen, I'm going to gas you up here, but, like the best skateboarders in the world are fans. You know what I mean? Like, it's just sometimes
but we all know, we all come from that generation.
Totally,
Guy.
totally.
Like, there was a time when Guy was, at least in my generation, when I came in, there was a time when he was like a myth.
Exactly.
He didn't even actually. He was like Santa Claus. You know his name.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Unicorn.
You've seen
Him and
footage of
Tom
it,
Penny.
but
Yeah. They were just a myth.
Right.
They didn't actually really exist. They come down your chimney and they give you footage and then they disappear. Like when you find out that they really exist in real human form, that's another that hit different.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Those ones.
And the first time I saw him in person, I literally, my jaw dropped. I could not. I walked into a house and he was just sitting there.
Wow.
I was like, what?
Or you're like, you're Guy Mariano.
I know. I think I told us before, but he's like, my Dylan Gardner was like, oh yeah, this is my friend Kelly. He's got a sponsor me tape. You guys want to watch it? I was like, no.
Yeah.
And he put my tape in, played it in front of Guy. I went near the room. I couldn't even do it. And then Guy's like, yo, you're the first person in Nollie Flip No Slide, like a round rail I've ever seen. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like, well, you're the first person to.
You want me to start naming them off right now?
I was like,
Guy Mariano, for sure.
good.
Yeah.
But sometimes you think about like what is the best skateboarder like, like a trick wise, like what do they get hyped on, and that's just me, I think about like you're on a session with like Mark Suchu, who's like
Dude, me and Mark were hanging tough in Iowa, dude. We were homies.
how amazing is that dude? I love
He's
Mark.
great, dude.
Yeah.
He is a scientist.
he is.
He actually, we were
I was
skating.
nervous talking to him, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I should like be proper.
I
right
definitely
now.
felt stupid.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like we were skating flat ground one of the days in Iowa. It was raining, and they let us skate in the little auditorium area. And he hit me with like, "What durometer are your wheels?" And I was like, I don't know.
You want to take a look?
Yeah, I was like, I almost forgot what durometer even means.
Yeah.
Like, what does that
is
mean? He's like,
durometer?
oh, your wheels, they sound a little soft. I'm like, is that good or is that bad?
Right.
I don't know. Like, I was just, I was like, I don't know.
Like, when is the last time somebody said durometer?
Yeah, I
don't
forgot
know.
what durometer even. I only know about millimeters.
Just
Like,
the hardness.
Yeah, but they're not even. They don't even put that on wheels anymore.
They do.
I don't
They
know.
for sure.
I actually
I
said
don't
that word
even-
today.
But I don't even see them. Like
That's
that, like the
fucking
durometer
study 'em,
isn't
yeah.
even on my radar.
101A is like kind of the hardest.
Yeah, but
of,
you're
like,
Richta. Like,
No, but they're all the same measurements, dude. They all wheels use.
Well,
the same
I don't know what the
measurements.
hell
For
it
the most,
is.
actually, that's not
No,
true.
I literally, when he said it, I went blank for a second. Like, durometer. What is this? What is that? What is
he's looking through the files.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
Just say 99A.
They were just next time.
Next,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be a while from
They're
now.
like 100. I don't know.
And I was riding sample wheels, so they were completely blank. I couldn't even look. And
Right.
But the thing about him, he's a skate nerd, dude. He's such a skate nerd.
oh,
man.
he's a skate nerd, but he's also like a life nerd.
Yeah.
Like that's not a diss at all. Like
No,
that
like-
kid is smart. He's wise.
And that's the thing. I've only met him once. We were at this, like, I think it was like a girl function or some type of like art show type thing.
Right.
And his part had just came out, the Verso, whatever. And I bumped into him and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And we started talking. And just from like a 10-minute conversation, I walked away being like, that dude's so fucking rad.
Yeah, totally.
Like just, at a party atmosphere, talking to him.
the
Like I
best-
took it away.
The
Like,
best thing was because we sat down. I had dinner with him one night. He's like, I got to come on the show and talk to LD. He didn't
shit.
He didn't like my last trick, the
Right.
50-50. Like he fully walked. We talked about him on our experience show, and I don't know if you saw that last part he did, but he ends it with a 50-50 on like a ledge.
because he starts his part off with that, right?
Yeah.
And he ends it. LD, we didn't know that it was like this, like,
supposed to
LD
be
and
that
I
way.
are about
Vice
the same
versa.
age, and Kelly. Like we come from an era where it's like you don't fucking board side, lip side, ledges,
And with a
50-50,
banger.
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you got the hammers, and like, but that's just like we're finally those dudes where it's like we're the old guys now, and it's just like we're out of touch.
Yeah.
Just
That should be okay, I guess. According to him, and it was. It probably got questioned, but it's just like this is.
No,
But
but
also-
the trick he did
This is where
before
we're at.
that, I don't know if you guys remember, the trick he did right before that was maybe the hardest ledge trick I've ever seen.
yeah,
true.
and so like, and if you just take the scope of his full part, you're gonna like, what, dude.
But he was joking. He was.
I
like,
know, yeah.
He said he's ready to come on the show.
Listen, I love that guy, bro. Listen, I know, but Paul, we've contracted the OLD. It's hard.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Well,
about that.
We
that
contracted
test we just took back there, it was came up positive.
For
OLD.
OLD.
Yeah.
OLD.
Took 2 times.
Oh, LD. Oh, LD.
OLD.
Oh, LD, you silly man.
Shoot. Dubs, throw those back up in there,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Or put them safe in the cubby there. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Congrats on the shoe.
Thank you.
For real.
You might have been on the second season list.
Till they come,
we'll just put
I
these
will
here.
be waiting for the UPS man. Maybe they came FedEx. I don't know. I miss a truck. I don't know.
I was on that second wave. I got something. I got
Oh,
something.
yeah?
I was on
There
that
you
second
go.
wave. Yeah.
Hey, what's your favorite shoe that you've had so far? You think out of all 10 shoes?
The one, because that's where it all set off from. That's where it all hit, and I mean, I love the way it looks. It's got a good toe box, got the little air bubble just for a throwback.
Sure.
But also the 7. The 7.
The 7.
Is probably my favorite. The way
Is
it
that-
skates.
I was going to ask, did one
The 1 and
skate
the 7,
better?
in my opinion, skate the best.
best.
Well, the 10 skated really well as well.
Okay.
It was just the most simple.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the 10.
I did too. I felt good about the 10.
We got a 12 coming.
You get 11 first.
I'm confused. This is number 11.
Oh, this is a dunk.
it's
This is
colorway.
a dunk.
It's
a
P-Rod's
dunk.
colorway.
I don't care,
Well,
man. It says
it's
his
a-
name on it, bro.
It's more than a colorway.
It says your name
I mean,
on
if they
it,
gave
dude.
him
True.
the
It is
dunk
more
for
than a
his
colorway,
colorway,
more than
but
colorway.
It's more than a
but
colorway.
It's
Come
a
on.
dunk, and so it's not like a pro model, but like anytime someone does a dunk, it's technically a colorway. But like this right here, I'm just gonna
I would
make a claim that it's a little more than a colorway. But
that's what I'm saying. It's a trophy.
It's a story way.
There it
It's a
is.
mantelpiece. It's a it's the number 11, bro. Okay, that's in my eyes.
Okay. I'm not. Hey, but that's the beauty of it. Like it means to each person whatever
That's
they interpret it as.
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, it's got your name written on it like 12 times, dude. Come on. Well, 2.
Over here too, back there,
4.
up there.
4. 5. Anyway.
Yeah.
Amazing, dude. Congrats
Thank you,
on
thank
this,
you.
dude.
Yeah,
Comes with the little thing with the little diamonds. World champion, bro.
We call that
love
a
that.
chambray.
It's a chambray.
I learned that.
I'm learning all kinds of new stuff on with shoes.
I think that's French.
What's the little thing called? The little
The eyelet? No. I don't know.
It's called something.
Yeah.
Somebody just mentioned this to me.
I
The
think it
other
begins
day.
with an S.
It's a shoe. It's a lace. The end of the lace.
Yeah,
the
I
little
don't know.
plastic piece. There's a name for it.
There is a name for it.
Amazing, dude. Congrats.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah,
hit
right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of.
Oh, it's like
there.
right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
and
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.